Get excited because the 2020 Oscar nominations have officially been announced and we have some major snubs and surprises on our hands. But before we get into all of it, I just wanted to remind you to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any award show updates. Okay, so first of all, the Academy Awards haven't even aired yet and we've already got some major record-breaking news on our hands. This year, we celebrate a record 62 women nominated for an Oscar, which accounts for 1/3 of the total nominees. And speaking of women, Saoirse Ronan, who is nominated for her role in Little Women, is the second youngest four-time acting nominee at the age of 25, just behind Jennifer Lawrence. Another record was set by Martin Scorsese, who is now the most nominated living director with his 9th nomination for The Irishman. Leading the pack with nominations this year is Joker with 11 total, including Best Picture, Director, and Actor for Joaquin Phoenix. It's followed closely by The Irishman, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and 1917, each with 10. The Best Picture category is fierce this year as The Irishman, Marriage Story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 1917, Ford vs. Ferrari, Jojo Rabbit, Little Women, and Parasite will all be battling it out. The lead actor nominations, along with Joaquin, include Adam Driver for Marriage Story, Leonardo DiCaprio for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Antonio Banderas for Pain and Glory, and Jonathan Pryce for The Two Popes. The nominees for Best Actress include Cynthia Erivo for Harriet, Scarlett Johansson in Marriage Story, Saoirse Ronan in Little Women, Charlize Theron for Bombshell, and Renee Zellweger for her role in Judy. Best Actor in a Supporting Role includes Tom Hanks, who played Mr. Rogers, Anthony Hopkins, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci in The Irishman, and Brad Pitt for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Supporting ladies include Kathy Bates in Richard Jewell, Laura Dern for Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson for Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh for Little Women, and Margot Robbie in Bombshell. Scarlett Johansson, by the way, just became one of just a dozen actors who has received 2 nominations in acting categories in the same year, and Florence Pugh scored her very first Oscar nomination. Moving on to the category of major snubs, one of the most talked about shockers was Lupita Nyongo for her role in Jordan Peele's thriller Us. Although she was nominated for a SAG award this year, she wasn't so lucky come the Oscars. Frozen 2 was snubbed for Best Original Song, and let's be real, we're offended. Although the first film took home Best Animated Feature in 2014, the sequel also missed the mark on this year's nominations. Another snub in the Best Original Song category went to Beyoncé, although she was nominated for a Globe. As far as acting goes, the Oscars left out Adam Sandler for Uncut Gems, Robert De Niro in The Irishman, Christian Bale in Ford vs. Ferrari, and newcomer Taron Egerton for his role in Rocketman. Another major snub was Awkwafina, who was all the rage during the Globes, taking home the award for her role in Farewell, but she was shut out of this year's Oscars. In directing, Greta Gerwig was left out, although the film itself was nominated for Best Picture. This year's Academy Awards are going hostless for the second year in a row, and as always, promise to be full of dramatic and glamorous fun. On that note, that's all the news I have to share with you guys. We want to know your thoughts on this year's Oscar nominees. Who are you hoping takes home award, and were you guys surprised by this year's snubs? Let us know down in the comments, and before you go, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell. Then click right over here for another new video. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring. You can follow me on socials at Fiona Zaring, and I'll see you guys next time.